Greetings friends, my name is Corinna from A Designer at Home, and today I want to invite you to hang out with me while I show you my Poshmark makeup haul and try it on and do a full face. So yes, I bought makeup on Poshmark, and if you don't know why that's a little it's because Poshmark is a selling platform for anybody who wants to use it, much like eBay, and so you run the risk that you may not get what you think you're getting. Now, I don't think that anything that I got was questionable. Everything came with boxes, seals, none of it looks used. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this with a level of comfort and let you know how it goes. The first product I'm going to be using is the Beauty Bakery The Butter. This is a Hydra Silk Primer, and I just love the Beauty Bakery packaging. Oh, here's a seal. It's so cute. It's so well done. Like, look at that. That's so cute. So this is what it looks like once you get it out of the packaging. And it is a twist up stick formulation, so that's kind of neat. This reminds me of the Benefit Professional, just in that it's very silky feeling. These kinds of primers do have a blurring effect, and on days where I'm not really doing much, I have used this alone on my face. I'm not typically a primer user, so I'm not going to be able to compare this to a whole lot of other face primers. I thought I'd go ahead and give it a try though, because a lot of this stuff I got for like $5 an item, which is pretty good for what I've got here. So we've got the primer on now. It feels like it's on there good. And so the next product I'm going to apply is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Liquid Concealer. I don't use foundation, so I'm going to be doing just concealer. I hope I got my shade right, because it's hard to tell with the pictures online. And this is very peachy looking to me. It is the shade Marshmallow 1.3G, and the problem I have been having is that all of my concealers are way too light for me. Now, this is what this one looks like out of the packaging. Got kind of an interesting doe foot applicator there with the curve. Kind of nice for getting up in this area. So this is usually what I do as far as placement of concealer, to cover up redness that I get on my face. And so I've got some forehead redness, chin redness, dark circles, and then around my nose. My favorite way to blend out any kind of face product is with a good old beauty sponge. This one is the Beauty Blender. It's been hanging on for a while. I'm due for some kind of replacement at this point. So I think that's a pretty good match. It seems to be, wow, that might be a really good match for me. It's like I can't see where it stops. Cool. All right. What kind of led to this whole thing was I used to do my makeup like every single day. I loved it. I loved playing with makeup, and I've just come out of a pretty gnarly depressive episode, and you know, I miss doing things that I enjoy. So I'm trying to make time for doing things that are just for the fun of it. I think this is actually lighter than what I thought it was going to be. Part of the issue I've had with getting back into makeup is that I've had to clean out a lot of what was in my collection. And so I didn't have all of the products that I would ordinarily use in a regular routine. And now, just gonna bounce over everything. I think this looks really good. Hopefully it shows up on camera the way that I'm seeing it in the mirror. But here we go. I do feel like the primer filled in my pores. I don't see it caking up around my nose. It is kind of getting into the crease of my eye, but I have pretty baggy eyes, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna set that. I have very dry skin and it's a matte product. So this is going to be how the base is going to look. Next, I usually do my brows, and for this, I've got I meant to look this up. Oh, I'm so sorry. The Baby Hair Precision Brow Pencil. It's the Brow Fro. I have used the one that's like a brow mascara, and I do like that. I wanted to try something else, and so this is what this one looks like. It's double-ended on one end. Got the spoolie. It's nice and small. And then on this end, a very teeny tiny pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the spoolie first to kind of brush my hairs up and out. Hopefully this is a good color match for me. It was golden blonde, but the pictures online made it look pretty cool toned. I think that looks quite natural. I think that matches really well. I do usually go darker, but I think that the overall color blends in really well with my eyebrow hairs. And it's a nice, cool, if not neutral color here. Fill in my pore arch that is basically non-existent. Now, the kind of annoying thing about shopping on Poshmark is that it's like eBay. You're shopping from multiple different sellers, and Poshmark's fees are kind of high, so prices have to be a little bit higher for retail, and the shipping is expensive. So it's like $8 to check out from every seller, unless the sellers have like built in their own free or discounted shopping within the price of the item. And so all of this stuff is not from the same seller. It's multiple different sellers. But I do feel like I got a good deal. I did shop around and find sellers that had multiple items that I was looking for, and then used that as kind of a starting point so that I could check out from as few sellers as possible. The thing that I don't really like about pencils versus using like a pomade, I find it harder to fill in sections like my arch. I feel like I have to use a lot of product because it is so small compared to, you know, a pot of pomade. It's quite a lot of product, and I can pick up how much product I need. All right, I'm being really picky with my brows right now, so I'm gonna force myself to stop. I think they match enough, and I think the product is really good. Definitely 10 out of 10 so far for all of the products tried. Now for eyes, I'm going to be doing something kind of fun. I got the Juvia's Place, the Rebel Mint palette, and I've really been enjoying mint eyeshadow the past few years. I have high hopes for this product. Juvia's Place is probably the best eyeshadow maker ever. And this is what the colors look like. So pretty. And with that, I'm going to be using the Black Opal Precision Eye Pencil in this really vibrant blue color. I just swatched everything to get an idea of what I want to do. There's that blue. Isn't that cool? And then the mint shades. I think I'm gonna do kind of my usual look with these, and then maybe I'm going to try doing a wing with that blue liner. Maybe? Okay, let me jump into these shadows. I don't have an eyeshadow base. I typically use concealer as an eyeshadow base, so that's what I'm working with right now. So what I've done is I've taken the lighter shade and I've buffed that through my crease. I took this darker shade and I did half my eyelid and then this outer V area. And then I took this shimmer shade and I did the inner half. Now I'm going to do the eyeliner. Fingers crossed I can do a wing and not ruin what I've done so far because I really, really like this. I'm really enjoying myself right now. I do think I'll have to redo the concealer under my eyes because the matte shades were phenomenal, no fallout. But the shimmer shades, there's a lot of fallout. I see the shade on the eyeliner is All Night. It is a very electric blue. It is very cool eyeliner. I'm gonna use my beauty sponge to pull my eyelid taut like this so I can do the line. I have very loose skin on my eyelids and so it's kind of hard to do it without stretching the skin that I don't want to stretch. But going in, oh, that is so creamy and so pigmented. I was basically holding my breath for all of that. All right, I'm gonna try and do a wing. I think that worked out really well. I feel like I should maybe even do a bigger wing, but I don't want to press my luck right now. No, they're pointing in like 2 different directions. All right, let me finish doing the eyeliner and then I'll see what I can do to fix that. Well, I removed the wing. I'm gonna put some of the darker shadow back down. And I'm gonna try the wing again. Okay, I think I got the angle this time. I just need to make it thicker. I think that this is probably the closest I've ever gotten to matching my eyeliner. I do think this one is slightly bigger, so I'm gonna press my luck and see if I can't get this one to be a little bit bigger too. Okay, maybe I leave it. It looks really cool. It looks nearly 100% perfect, so I'm going to stop before I ruin it. I'm going to use the Q-tips to clean up under the wing and to line up the dark shadow with it. And now I unfortunately need to do something about all this. All right, I've got a wet rag here and I think I'm just going to swipe. Seems like the glitter is sticking pretty good to my skin. Dark under eyes are back. I'm trying to decide if I want to put the primer down first, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it on the top parts of the cheeks. That may actually help the concealer blend back in where the 2 sections are a little bit better. Maybe, fingers crossed. Sponge again. There we go. I think that looks just as good as before. To finish the eyes up, I'm going to grab this color here on a square edged flat brush. And I'm gonna buff that underneath my lower lash line. I decided to take it all the way underneath the wing. Hopefully that looks good. It was spontaneous. Should I also put the blue liner on my lower lash line? I'm gonna do it. Last but not least, I'm going to grab this little brush here and I'm going to put some inner corner highlight with this lighter shade here. Carefully, because I don't want to get this all over my face again. Oh, it's so pretty. I like this. Finally, I'm going to be putting some of this Araceli Monarch Mascara plus avocado oil. It's really pretty. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but oh, maybe if I hold it like this. Then the brush, let's see that. Oh, I don't like that. Initial thoughts, I don't like this mascara. My lashes would normally look really, really good by this point because I am blessed with quite long and curled lashes. Oh, I can feel it sticking to itself. Oh, I think I'm just going to try and pile on as much of this as I can, not worrying about the separation of the lashes, and then I'm going to go in with my lash separating tool. Now, I'm gonna go in with my lash separating tool. Love this thing. It usually fixes any issues I'm having with any mascara. Well, that is certainly a lot better now that I've got it separated. I would say my eyelashes do not look as good as they usually do though. That's okay. Everything still looks really good. I'm gonna move on to some face products now, starting with the Eyeliner Complexion Trio. This is a brand I've wanted to try for a while. So far I have tried everything else before, so this will be a first for this one. But it comes with these 3 shades here. We've got Rise and Grind, Pale Wear, and Cafe Con Leche. I'm gonna start with this Real Techniques brush. The name's rubbed off, but I'm going to start with the darkest one and kind of place that like this. Next, I'm going to go in with Pale Wear and kind of go over that and bring it in a little bit further and higher. That's pretty. It's a little warm for me, but it's very pretty. That is so pretty. I'm going to go in with like a fluffy blush brush now, and let's see. Yeah, so Rise and Grind would not be a bronzer, contour, bronzer kind of shade for me. So I'm gonna keep with Pale Wear and do along here, a little on my nose, and then I might do my jawline too. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one again and try to get more in my hairline with the darker one. Back in with the fluffy, and I'm gonna try and blend that out now. I think I'm going to mix this with this to blend it out. This blends out really, really well. I believe that there's, let's see, there's something in here. Hyaluronic acid. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to misspeak. I think that's what's making it blend out so beautifully on the skin. A little bit of Pale Wear on my nose. And yeah, I'm gonna go in with those two. Through the sides of my neck, under my jaw. Then going to take a generous amount of Pale Wear and kind of just run it along my collarbones here. Collarbones? Collarbone? Is it one bone or two? That's pretty. That's really, really, really pretty. I definitely want to try some of their other stuff. For part 2, I do have the blush palette, so I'm excited to see if that performs as well as this does, because this is seriously pretty. Next, I'm going to take the Transluce Lucette Glow highlighter palette. It's got 4 individual pans in here, and this is what they look like. This is going to be my perfect shade. This one actually would be really pretty as like a blush, and then these ones I think I would use as shimmery bronzer. So I'm going to go in, actually I think I could take a little bit of Upgrade, mix these two, especially when I've got this much bronzer on. Taking the Moda Pro Glow brush, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Loose and a little bit of Upgrade. And, oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I grabbed way too much, but oh my God, it's so pretty. Wow. taking loose. These are so pretty. Ooh, oh my god, that's so much highlight. I know highlight is like not the end thing anymore, but I still love it. And this as a highlighter palette is just phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I couldn't be happier. That's so beautiful. Last product for the face, I'm going in with Dominique Cosmetics Cream Blush in Soft Pink. This is another new to me brand. I've been wanting to try her products for a long time now. This packaging is so pretty. I like that. I mean, I don't love that it's plastic. If you know me, you know me. But that is so pretty. And then there's the blush. Do I want to use my fingers or do I want to use a brush? I'm going to try a brush first. I picked up so much. Okay. Okay, and now see if I can blend that out with my sponge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's blending out just as beautifully as everything else. Wow. That's really pretty. That's nice. And at least that technique doesn't seem to have disturbed the products below it. Okay, again, so far everything 10 out of 10. Last but not least, moving on to the lips, I have the Rare Beauty Kind Words Matter Lip Liner in the color Fun. Very creamy. Love the color. Not a whole lot else to say about it. It's a really good quality lip liner. For lipstick, I'm using the True and Luscious. That's a new to me brand. It's the Super Moisture Lipstick in Vintage Rose. I can appreciate the minimal packaging, and that's what that looks like. There's the little logo with the wings and that gorgeous color. Wow, that's so pretty. Oh, it's minty. That is a really pretty color. I feel like it complements the eye look really well too. Wow. And I'm going to top it off with a gloss, even though it does have a sheen. I have been wanting this gloss for a long time, and so I'm gonna use it. It's the Patrick Ta Major Glow Lip Shine in, she's expensive. This is what it looks like. Ooh, I don't want to get it on the brush. I'm gonna put some on one of the plastics that came with the palettes, and then I'm going to apply it with my finger. Wow, that is very glossy. And I think that's going to be the finished look. I'm gonna finish getting ready and then I'll show you how everything looks all together. So I didn't do much. My hair is wet, so I'm gonna leave it up. Throw on some earrings and necklace. These I made. They're no longer in the shop, but if you like them, you'll probably like the other stuff too. And I washed my hands, and you can see just the blue right here. I think it has pretty good staying power if scrubbing it like that kept it on. Now here is what it all looks like together. So let's chat. My experience was good. I will say I did have to do one return, and that was because a palette was completely missing from my order. So I had to send that back. I don't think you can refund specific items because that wasn't given to me as an option. Overall, with everything else, shipping is super fast. They do express shipping as the standard through Poshmark. All of the products were excellent quality as far as how it came to me. Packaging was not damaged. It didn't look like anything was pulled out of a dumpster or anything like that. Least favorite product would be the Araceli mascara, which sucks because I wanted that mascara so bad. but it's not good in my opinion. I hate the brush. I don't like the formula. Second least favorite product would be the primer. I don't, it doesn't do a whole lot for me, and all it does is make it so that if I were to touch my face, like all the product moves because it's got that slippery base beneath. I'd say favorite products. Oh, that's so difficult. All of the face products, I love them. The Translucent highlighter palette, the Juvia's Place eyeshadow was great. The Dominique Cosmetics blush was phenomenal. The Alamar Cosmetics bronzer palette, oh my gosh, that's just stunning. The blue eyeliner, the black opal blue eyeliner, knocked it out of the park. I love it. I mean, the lips are really good. They just, I wouldn't say that they've exceeded expectations. Would I recommend buying makeup on Poshmark? I mean, there's a risk every time, unless you have some kind of relationship with the seller, I'd say. You kind of are taking a risk. But Poshmark does have really good policies as far as you have to confirm when the item's been delivered that it is what you bought. So that's nice. I did get like a really good deal on all of this stuff, well below retail, so that's kind of a pro. I would say middle ground. If you want to try it, go ahead. If you've never used Poshmark before, I do have a friend code. I'll have that down in the description below. It'll get you $10, I believe. I'll have all sorts of information in the description below, where to find me, all sorts of links, all the good things. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me today. I do really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!